today from Seattle on this Mother's Day, Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN on this gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank, by Quest High-Speed Internet. Get blazing speeds that won't burn up your wallet. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. For over 30 Toyota offers, visit buyatoyota.com. And there is the Reds, and there is beautiful Safeco Field on this Mother's Day with a lot of moms coming out as we look at the final game of this homestand and look at the starters for both ball clubs. First of all, for the Mariners, it's going to be the left-hander Jason Vargas, who pitched very well against Tampa Bay in his last outing, but again, as almost every pitcher can tell you, he didn't get much support. He went 6 2/3 and gave up only 3 hits to the Tampa Bay Rays, so it wasn't his fault. But then sometime you got to go out and shut somebody out.
Well, you're right, Dave, and you have to score some runs, too. But Vargas, as you mentioned, a quality start in his last outing against Tampa. He's pitched well this year. He has a 3.69 ERA so far on the season. So the big key for him today, keep the ball down and throw strikes. At times his pitch count can jump on him. But so far, on the start of this season, he's done a nice job.
So Jason Vargas for the Mariners, and there's the Angels starter, right-hander Erwin Santana.
And Santana has a plus fastball and a really good slider. He'll throw his slider a lot. His last outing against Boston, 7 innings, 1 earned run for him. So he's pitching much better. You can take a look at his numbers. His ERA so far just over 4, but the guys are going to have to turn it up a little bit. A quality fastball from Santana.
So Ervin Santana for the Angels, and the Angels go home to open up a homestand after this 10-game road trip that started out disastrously, trying to sweep the Mariners to end it on a very victorious note. Pick bats today on Mother's Day. Nice to have the moms and the kids out here today. The Mariners and the Halos back after this. Fabulous day to be at the ballpark. If you're a kid, and if you're a kid with mom, it's her day. What a day to spend together. What a day to come out and see a ball game. Final game of this 3-game series between the Mariners and the Angels. And as we get set to go, Eric Aybar steps in quickly. And we are already underway with the breaking ball for a strike to Aybar from Jason Vargas. 0-1 the count. 58 degrees at game time, and a fly ball into the gap in deep left center field, and over there to run it down is Franklin Gutierrez. So one away as we have a look at the Angels batting order.
Well, after Ibarra, it'll be Abreu and then Morales. Morales with a home run in last night's game. Rivera home run in the first game. He will hit fourth. Then it's Kendrick, Napoli, Wood. Quinlan will be the DH hitting eighth. And then Reggie Willits came in the game late last night. He will hit ninth. Numbers for Vargas, a 3.69 ERA, 31 2/3 innings pitched, 27 strikeouts, and opponent's average just 198.
So he's done his job, certainly, as the strike is thrown to Bobby Abreu over the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Again, if you just joined us, the Mariners letting their hitting instructor go. Alan Cockrell. Alonzo Powell has taken over the duties as the hitting instructor. A ball and 2 strikes the count. And there's Alonzo. His numbers. 3 straight batting titles while in Japan. Was he there when you were playing in Japan?
No, actually, his last year in Japan, he finished up in '98, and I went over in '99.
And there's Alonzo in the middle.
Pitch off the plate away, and Abreu said that he did not go. Checking with third base umpire Ed Rapuano.
And that's lined into right center field for a base hit. So Ichiro bobbles the ball a little bit, but stays right in front of it and gets it back in.
Take a look at the defense behind Vargas this afternoon. In the outfield, it's Saunders getting the start left field, and Gutierrez and Ichiro. Across the infield will be Lopez, Wilson, Figgins. Ryan Langerhans getting the start. Casey Kosman getting the day off today, and then Adam Moore will do the catching.
Kendry Morales, who hit his 7th home run of the year last night in the 4-3 Angel win. A strike to him on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. Morales in the 4th inning last night against Doug Fister. Batting left-handed. And maybe a double play. Underhand flip to Figgy. Josh Wilson to Figgins on the Langerhans playing first base. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning thanks to the twin killing. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. As the unofficial start of summer and warm weather, and it's beginning to warm up here in Seattle, too, on this Mother's Day, as Ervin Santana goes out to the mound, and he will face this lineup, Mike.
A couple of changes at the bottom half of the lineup, but leading things off today, it'll be Ichiro, Figgins, and Gutierrez. Lopez, Griffey, the DH, will hit fifth. Then Langerhans will play first, and he will hit sixth. Wilson Saunders getting the start in left, hitting eighth, and Adam Moore will hit ninth.
Santana's delivery down low, ball one. One ball and no strikes. 27 years of age. And that's popped up into right field. Great uneasy play out there.
And the defense for the Angels this afternoon will be Rivera. Willits getting to start out center. Hunter the day off. Abreu in right. Then it's Wood, Ibar, Kendrick, and Morales across the infield. Veteran Mike Napoli will do the catching.
And here's Figgy now. On Mother's Day, most of the players will be swinging that pink bat. And a strike on the inside corner to Figgy on one. Strike two. And strike three called right on the inside corner. And so Tom Hallian's got a pretty liberal strike zone today. As Figgy didn't care too much for that call.
Well, let's take a look at it. Santana starts a fastball in, runs back on the inside corner. At least Tom Hallian thought that it did. Borderline up as well.
Franklin Gutierrez now with quickly two away. Not much of a breeze to help the ball one way or the other here this afternoon. And a ground ball off the head of the bat foul. Following San Diego because they will be here on the next homestand to start interleague play. You realize that San Diego has the best record in the National League?
Would have guessed that.
Yeah. Best record in the National League. Foul back and out of play. As a matter of fact, a little research because since the end of July last year, like the 27th or 28th of July, San Diego's 20 games over 500. They're 56 and 36. So this may be a long-term thing. Everybody talking about Adrian Gonzalez and going to be available at the All-Star break.
Maybe not.
Maybe they want to hang on to it.
Well, they will if they're still in first place. They have a lot of young players on their club. They're playing well.
As I mentioned, they'll be here on the next homestand. And just a little bit outside to Goody. 3-2. And down the middle. Mr. Hallian is rather demonstrative in making the call third strike. Is he not? Yes, he is. Watch him. Yeah! We got it. 1-2-3, the Mariners story. No score after one. And no scores. We do move into the top half of the second inning here at Safeco Field on Mother's Day.
Keep it up there.
It's my number one what?
That's hard to tell. Can't read it.
And a delivery to Juan Rivera is a little bit low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
For Mother's Day, we were set up nicely with the weather. Gorgeous day.
Beautiful day.
Enjoying the sun out in the bleachers.
Two and two. Of course, Southern California kid himself, went to Long Beach State. Shallow left field. Battling that high sky out there, but Saunders stays with it.
Did a nice job turning his body to the side, getting an angle away from the sun if he can, and trying to use his glove. But it's going to be a tough field out left during the daytime.
And here is Kendrick now, the second baseman. Breaking ball a little bit outside. Missed by much. A ball and 2 strikes. Vargas is, I think, really earned his spot in the rotation. I mean, he's had some quality starts, and nothing wrong with him.
No, nothing at all, and I would agree with that. It's funny in spring training, wondering how the rotation was going to shake out. Everybody was worried about the 4th and 5th guys in the rotation and all of that stuff. And Vargas and Pfister, I think, have exceeded everybody's expectations and done just a really nice job. Pfister has been off the charts, but Vargas has done a nice job.
And he got Howie Kendrick.
He's mixing things up nicely here early in the ball game. Kendrick swings right over the top off speed pitch.
Catcher Mike Napoli, the hitter now. During this 8-game losing streak, the Mariners not even averaging 2 runs a game. Run and a half a game.
Even overall, what are they? Just over 3 in the season. American League, that's not even close to what you need to score, even with as good as their pitching has been. So hopefully the guys will get it going.
Towering pop-up. Out to Gutierrez. And Franklin takes care of that. So here in the second, no problem at all for Mr. Vargas. We go to the bottom half of the second, and there is no score. Lopez leads it off for the Mariners, and Jose takes a strike from Irvin Santana. A ball and a strike. And that's going to be a base hit. Headed toward the corner. Steaming into second base. Will he make it? He will make it. Just barely. As Rivera, a great throw right on the money to Howie Kendrick. But Lopez just does get in there.
Lopez hits a slider. You can see he's out in front of it, but stays back just long enough and hits a line drive down into the corner. Rivera, a really nice play. Plays it nicely off the wall and then makes a strong throw into second base. I think if Kendrick gets the tag down a little bit quicker, probably gets him, but a nice slide.
So there's his handcrafted pink bat for the day. And Ken Griffey Jr., who's been unbelievable on Mother's Day in his career, takes down low, ball one ball and no strikes. Junior hit one last year with a pink bat in Minnesota and has hit 7 Mother's Day home runs. Popped up. And an easy play out there. San Diego Padres, we just mentioned, are going to be visiting the Mariners on Saturday, May the 22nd. And on that day, the first 20,000 fans are going to take home a Ken Griffey Jr. retro T-shirt, a throwback to the old blue and yellow unis. You can purchase your tickets to Griffey Retro T-shirt night at Mariners.com. Ryan Langerhans getting the start at first base tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Casey Kotzman, you might recall, got hit on the upper ankle last night. And that's ballooned up on him a little bit. We thought that might hurt him a bit, even though he stayed in the ball game. And Langerhans, he's played about 20 games in the minor leagues, a couple of games in the big leagues with the Washington Nationals at first base. Gets a call over at first base today.
I think with Casey also, maybe it came at a good time. He's been struggling and he'll get today off, and obviously tomorrow is a travel day, so a couple days to try to get his mind right again probably wouldn't hurt.
And a fly ball into deep left center field, and Reggie Willits will get back there and make the catch. The Mariners head to Baltimore, then they go down to Tampa, then they end the road trip in Oakland. Cliff Lee will get the start on Tuesday in Baltimore. It's outside. Probably a little crazy in Baltimore, even though it's the first of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, when the Mariners are. This is Preakness week in Baltimore. The race is not until Saturday, of course, but it's always very, very festive.
They'll be getting fired up for it. Huh?
There's a base hit to center field. Here's Lopez. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is in time. They get him on the fly. As Mike Napoli makes the tag, Reggie Willits really aired it out on the fly to get Jose Lopez 8-2. So here in the second, my, the Mariners are denied one more time, and there's no score. Small in the back. What a throw.
That was a great throw by Willits in center field.
And here, leading it off, is Brandon Wood, the young third baseman. A strike to him. That's a base hit. Rifled into left center field. And Rob Quinlan, the designated hitter, will be the hitter. Tampa Bay, who lost only their second game on the road this year, yesterday in Oakland, trailing the A's again today in the fourth inning, 4-3. On 1 to count. You know that's going to come back to earth.
Yeah, so it has to.
Little fly ball to right field. That's the first out here in the third. Here's the man who made the throw, Reggie Willits. Nice bunt. But he's out. And of course he was bunting for a base hit. Wood moves down to second base. So he'll get the sacrifice, 5-3, I believe. And Eric Ibar, the hitter. There's our AT&T trivia question. Who has hit the most career Mother's Day home runs? Junior? Henry Aaron? Frank Robinson? Willie Horton?
Well, you've already told us that Junior has 7 of them,
right,
which is a lot.
Right.
Not sure why, but I think I'll go with Frank Robinson.
Yes.
Yeah. Tough to go wrong with the list that you have. They're all of them pretty good hitters.
And a fly ball to right field. And an easy play for Ichiro. So the third inning is history. A hit. A man left on this Mother's Day. We go to the bottom of the third. The Mariners and the Angels, no score. Again, a happy Mother's Day to you moms as we go to the bottom half of the third. There is no score, and Michael Saunders leads it off and pops it up on the first pitch into foul territory. And Brandon Wood right there to make the easy catch. So Saunders swinging at the first pitch, and quickly there is one down here in the third inning. Adam Moore hitting 163. You look at the lineup today. Of course, Mariners only have 10 home runs, but they only have 4 home runs in the lineup today. And 3 of them by one man, of course, Franklin Gutierrez. And one by Jose Lopez. It's been a complete power outage. 0-2. Adam Moore quickly eliminated on 3 pitches. And that's the third strikeout for Irvin Santana. Ichiro popped up to right field in the first. Ball, 1 strike to count. A trivia question: who's hit the most Mother's Day home runs? Fan Sid Jr. And that's foul back and out of play. And the real answer is tie between Henry Aaron and Frank Robinson. Both 9. Jr. had 7. Has 7. There's a line drive base hit into right center field.
Looks like Ichiro gets a breaking ball slider. He tried to throw it down and in. Stays with it and hits it hard back up the middle. Classic Ichiro swing.
Figgins called out on strikes in the first inning. I don't know.
Santana looks like he's fairly quick to the plate, but sometimes you have to take a chance. Why not have Ichiro run with 2 outs? See if he can steal a base and get in scoring position. If he gets thrown out, you have Figgins leading things off next inning. I don't think there's any reason to wait around.
I don't want to try anything. I mean, the way things are done.
Well, yeah, take some chances. I think the other team makes some mistakes.
Just tuned our way. The Mariners have had a runner thrown out at the plate. Lopez thrown out at the plate on the base hit by Josh Wilson by Reggie Willits. Let it fly all the way in the air. And there goes Ichiro. The pitch is a strike throw to the second base, and it works. He's in there with a steal.
Don Wakamatsu likes that. Ichiro with a good jump. Napoli comes up throwing. Ichiro beats it easily. It's a bad throw.
side. Napoli has been successful throwing out only 2 of 19. You got to run it. Of course, you usually say it's stolen on the pitcher, and it is. So you got those numbers.
Well, you have those numbers, and that last throw wasn't impressive. Napoli's in there more for his offense, I think. Why not take advantage of it, especially this club? It has speed. Don Wakamatsu has talked about it. It's a big part. It's one of the reasons why it's critical for them to get Figgins going. Although he's walked, you'd like to see him get some hits and run more.
Two and 2 on Peggy. Full count. Figgy, a line drive to center field and right at the center fielder, Willits. So here in the third, another frustrating inning for the Mariners. They leave a man. We go to the 4th inning with no score.
All right, Tom, thank you very much, and welcome back to Safeco Field. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers, and all you moms out there, a happy Mother's Day. And Mike, Jason Vargas off to a good start.
Well, he is, and the Mariners a little bit unfortunate so far in the game. A hard base hit to center field by Wilson. Looked like they were going to score a run. Willits makes a nice play and throws Lopez out, and then at the end of that last inning, Figgins line drive to center field that Willits is able to make the catch on. So the Mariners are trying. They're getting some guys in scoring position. Hopefully they can knock the door down, because right now Vargas is throwing a really nice game.
So the Mariners hoping to back him up with some offense, leading things off for the Angels here at the top of the 4th inning. Hard-hitting Bobby Abreu. And 0-1 the count on Abreu. He'll be followed by Kendry Morales and then left fielder Juan Rivera. Abreu singled into right field in a 3-2 pitch. First hit off of Jason Vargas, who's been outstanding this year. That 2-2 record and a 3.69 ERA, but over his last 4 starts, Mike, 2-1 record with a 2.73 ERA. And there for a strike.
And you look at it overall, the 3.69 ERA. Anybody would take that from their 4th or 5th starters.
It's a nice job mixing in that changeup. Crossfire action on a left-handed hitter like Abreu. That's down and away. Ball 2, 2-2. So happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Mother's Day to Nicole, Your wife below and your mother?
My mom in Spanaway, hopefully watching the game today.
Down on away ball 3, full count 3-2. On deck for the Angels, first baseman Kendry Morales. Nice crowd on this Sunday afternoon. Mariners trying to snap that 8-game losing skid. Back up the middle, caught by the shortstop Josh Wilson, off to his left. That was a seed. Josh Wilson making the catch, one away for the Angels.
Josh really fortunate. This ball slices back to him. It's hit right on the button, but you can see it slice right back to Josh. Wow.
Look at that movement. So Josh had to go to his left. The ball came back to him a little bit, or a lot. And here is Kendry Morales. Ball 1. Morales bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the top of the first inning. You got to like the way Vargas, Mike, goes about his business. He doesn't waste any time between pitches. He gets a sign, and here comes the next pitch.
Well, I think the Mariners pitchers as a whole, that's the way they're going about it. You know, you'd probably be hard pressed to pick the fastest guy. Fister, he'll catch it and throw it. We've already seen Cliff Lee. First pitch strikes for Vargas, 9 out of 12. That's nice. They all pretty much do that.
Green lighted, 3-0. Fouls it away. Does Morales 3-1.
And he took the type of cut you want to see him take on a 3-0 pitch.
So that's going to be filed in the back of the mind of Jason Vargas and the other Mariners starters. Fly ball into right field, and going back to the warning track is Ichiro near the wall, and he's there to make the catch. Kendry Morales, fly ball deep to right, but the ballpark holds it. Ichiro catches it. 2 down for the Angels here in the top of the 4th inning with no score. Say the best seats for the biggest matchups of the summer are available with Mariners 6-game flex packs. Pick up a Mariners 6-game flex pack today and catch games with the Red Sox, Yankees, Cubbies, and more. Visit mariners.com/flex for details or call 206-346-4001 during regular business hours. Juan Rivera with a strike, 0-1. Another first pitch strike, Mike, that you were talking about from Jason Vargas.
And what we're seeing is he's able to mix up his pitches. That right there was a breaking ball he's throwing for a first pitch strike. So he's just not pumping fastballs in the middle of the plate.
Swing and a miss at the change. It was down, and the count is down 0-2. Rivera 0-for-1 popped up to left fielder Michael Saunders. It's the Sunfield. Down and away with a fastball. Ball 1-1-2, but good pitch 0-2, Mike, to see if he might chase it down.
Well, I think the other thing too with Vargas throwing strikes and working ahead of hitters, what we're seeing from him is he's trying to expand the strikes, and he'll start to throw, try to get guys to swing at pitches just off the plate. Another good pitch. Not giving in at all, and I think you know, with him, the more comfortable that he gets and the more strikes that he's been throwing as of late, the more you'll see more of that, a la Jamie Moyer, but Vargas with better stuff.
Pop up, shallow center field, coming in Franklin Gutierrez. Goody is there to make the easy catch. What a start for Jason Vargas. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Angels. No runs, hits, there's nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. They are on Mom's Day at Safeco Field. Mariners Angels, no score. Happy Mother's Day to this young lady with her baby daughter here at the ballpark. Happy Mom's Day. Special day for all the ladies here at the ballpark and watching this afternoon. Happy Mother's Day. No scores. We go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Franklin Gutierrez will lead it off. Santana delivers a strike, 0-1. On deck, Jose Lopez followed by Junior. Mariners trying to get something going. Down and in for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And we all have fond memories of our mothers growing up as kids. I remember you, Mike, telling your story about how your mom always had that baseball uniform, that Little League uniform, nicely pressed and ready to go. Swing and a miss by Franklin. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's what it's all about.
Yep.
You know, Nicole now runs the kids all over the place. They play baseball just about every day, it seems like, and she's running them somewhere. And I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but they manage to.
2-2 on Franklin Gutierrez. Was that a great time? My mom would come out in the backyard or in the sandlot behind our house and play catch with us, or even play baseball with us. We had a bunch of kids on our block.
She have a pretty good arm?
You know what? She could throw it. Yeah, she could. Little wiry Italian lady and the best mom in the world. Man, I miss her. Still have her guardian angel that I wear in my sport jacket here. She was a huge baseball fan. She loved the Cubs.
Ooh, that had to be a problem for you.
Yeah. Line drive caught by the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Gutierrez lines out. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the fourth inning. No score. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. The Mariners wind down the 9-game homestand this afternoon. Travel day tomorrow as we head to the East Coast to take on Baltimore for 3, Tampa Bay for 3, and then back to the West Coast and 2 against the Athletics in Oakland. The Mariners back home on Wednesday, May the 19th against the Blue Jays. Here's Jose Lopez with a strike, 0-1. I'd come home from school, lived on the south side of Chicago, and TV set would always be on as she was watching the Cubs. Popped up, left side of the infield, coming up to third baseman Brandon Wood is there to make the catch. So Lopez is out number 2, and that'll bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Love baseball.
Number 8 coming up, Ricky.
Right here, 7 home runs on Mother's Day for Ken Griffey Jr. Has the pink bat. That's going to be auctioned off to help raise money for the Susan G. Komen Cancer Institute. The pink wristbands. Hope they raise millions and millions of dollars. Here's the pitch, and it's inside on Griffey for ball 1. I asked him, I said, he was sitting in his locker. I said, what was one of your fondest memories of your mom, Bertie? Down and in for ball 2, 2-0. He said, I remember when I was in the 3rd grade, and we have a little art project. There was a vase, and we had to put these split peas on them, and other kids colored them and glued them on this vase and put a flower in the vase. He said, I painted my whole vase white. He says, it looked terrible. But he says, I brought it home, gave it to my mom. She thought it was the greatest thing she's ever seen in her life, and she put it right there in the middle of the kitchen table. I said, how long did it stay there? She said, Junior said it stayed there for a long time. Ball 4, so Griffey gets aboard. Mariners have a man on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The other time he said, I gave her these earrings. The earrings turned her ears green. She's still warm. He said, that's what I remember about my mom.
I bet eventually he upgraded those earrings for her.
Down through the years, I'm sure he did. But man, we had fun talking about our moms before the ball game. I said, man, that base was terrible, but she loved it. Ryan Langerhans with a swing and a foul off the catcher, Mike Napoli, 0-1. Langerhans, his first start at first base in the big leagues. He played there just a couple of times over the last few years, but he said in a situation where there was a double switch and he had to go over to play first base. Played there one game down at Tacoma a few weeks ago. And 24 starts in the minor leagues down through the years at first base. So he's been there a little bit. Casey Kochman still has a sore foot. Foul ball off his foot in last night's game. 1-1. 2-1. I'm sure you did that too, Mike. You brought home something from school, an art class, or painting, or a drawing. And Ma thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
That stuff was quality, Rick. You know that.
3-1 the count. I'm sure it was.
Well, at the time, to me, it was. I'd make stuff, you know, like I can remember making some things in wood shop and some, I don't know what they were, you know, whatever. I always thought they were pretty good.
I made a lamp one time.
Made a coat rack.
Yeah. I made a shadow box, picture frame. The lamp didn't work.
It was pretty good at making paperweights.
Pretty much everything I made turned out to be a paperweight in the long run. Turned out to be that.
Some of my stuff turned into fire starters.
Happy Mother's Day. 3-1. Fouled away.
Good swing by Ryan. He had a fastball out over the plate. A nice aggressive hack on the 3-1 pitch.
They gave away that magnetic photo frame here on Mother's Day, and there's a great snapshot right there. Mom and her kid. Welcome to Safeco Field. Junior goes. Popped up and out of play on the 3-2 pitch. We'll try it again. No score. Bottom of the 4th inning. Mariners trying to put a halt to the 8-game losing streak over the last 8 games as a team, hitting just 174. Alonzo Powell named the new hitting coach today for the Mariners. Mariners letting go hitting coach Alan Cockrell. Fouled away again by Langerhans. Another good cut, and the count is still 3-2.
Yeah, one of the better fastballs. As you take a look at Alonzo, one of the better fastballs from Santana, and Langerhans turning it loose. I like it with a couple of outs. Try to drive the ball.
Yeah. Junior's going to take off again. There he goes. 3-2 again, and it's up and in. Ball 4. So Langerhans with a walk. And the Mariners have runners at first and second with 2 down. So Alan Cockrell let go today as the hitting coach. Alonzo Powell. Zoe takes over. 3 years down at Tacoma. 19 years playing wise in the minor leagues and the major leagues, and spent 6 years over in Japan, Mike. 87 with the Expos in 1991 as a Seattle Mariner. So welcome to Seattle, Alonzo Powell. Zoe. Great guy.
It'll take them a little while to get to know the guys and see where they're at with their swings and why they're struggling. He's going to need a little bit of time to get adjusted, but Alonzo's been around for a long time. He'll do a nice job for him.
Josh Wilson fouls away a pitch, and I saw Zoe come into the clubhouse this morning making the trip up from Tacoma. He had a chance to see Michael Saunders and Ryan Langerhans, and this kid right here, Josh Wilson, who we worked with this year. Little ground ball along the first base line, foul. Picked up by the catcher Napoli, and the count is 0-2. So the good thing is that it's the transition should be easier than having somebody come from outside the organization, because he's been here for a number of years.
Well, he was in big league camp and spring training, watching the guys at that time too. He's certainly familiar and knows all the guys, which is the biggest hurdle. Trying to get and introduce yourself as a new guy is tough sometimes, but Alonzo's familiar with everybody.
And he's got that guy off to his right to fill in some of the gaps. Mike Sweeney's fouled back by Josh, and the count is still 0-2. I don't think you were with the Yankees at the time. Maybe you were, but they had Bucky Dent or Buck Showalter as a manager, and then they had Bucky Dent and then Stump Merrill within a couple of days. 3 managers.
It was Bucky Dent, Stump Merrill, then Showalter.
Then Showalter took over.
Right.
But 3 managers within 48 hours. 1-2 the count on Josh Wilson. That kind of crazy. That's a lot of
a little bit confusing, maybe.
Just a little. You better believe it. Yeah. Josh Wilson singled into center field, but Lopez was thrown out of the plate trying to score from second. Down and in. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Josh. Skipper Mike Scioscia, a lot of consistency with this Angels organization. 11th year as the manager of the ball. 61 pitches, 25 here in the 4th inning.
Well hit deep to left field. Down the line. Going. Gone. Goodbye baseball. A 3-run home run for Josh Wilson. His first of the season just came up a few days ago from Tacoma. And the Mariners have a 3-0 lead over the Angels. Welcome back, kid.
That's our Coors Light cold hard blast. A home run by Josh Wilson off of Ervin Santana, Mike.
Well, Santana had thrown him a number of sliders, and Josh was cueing him off the end of the bat. That one he leaves in the middle of the plate. And Josh timed it perfectly, hit it long ways out to left field. Give the Mariners the lead.
So a couple of walks and the home run. And the Mariners have a 3-0 advantage with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Left fielder Michael Saunders takes a pitch.
That's well hit. Into center field, and this one is gone! Goodbye baseball! Michael Saunders with his first Major League home run. 4-0 Mariners, and the kid from Victoria, British Columbia set it that way. Michael Saunders, his first home run in the major leagues. How about that? Back-to-backers, and the Mariners have a 4-0 lead.
Take a look at Michael Saunders. Gets a pitch, a fastball right in the middle of the plate, and this is the adjustment that he has made. I think you can give Alan Cockrell a lot of credit for that. Spent a lot of time with Michael Saunders last year, working with this young man. And there you go. Congratulations on your first big league home run.
To the right of the batter's eye in center field. Number 1 for Michael Saunders, and that was a tee shot. Congratulations inside the dugout. Number 1 in the big leagues. What a thrill for that kid. Catcher Adam Moore with a strike on 1. So how about that? With 2 outs and nobody on, the Mariners have scored 4 times. Nice at bats by Griffey and Langerhans to get aboard with the walks. Then the 2 bombs. Swing and a miss by Moore, and the count is 0-2.
Finally seeing some of the benefits of making the pitcher work. You get the walk from Griffey, a walk from Langerhans. Josh Wilson fouls off a number of pitches and then finally hits his home run. Comes back with a fastball, and Saunders hits a home run. A lot of good work. Bottom half of the lineup.
How about that? The 0-2 swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's going to retire the side for the Mariners, doing a lot of damage. With 2 outs, they get 4. The 3-run home run by Josh Wilson to left, and the home run to the bleachers in center by Michael Saunders. And after 4 innings of play, Mariners 4, the Angels nothing. All right, thank you, Tom. Howie Kendrick to lead things off here in the top half of the 5th inning. The Mariners with a 4-0 lead after the back-to-back home runs by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders in the bottom of the 4th inning. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1 on Kendrick. The Mariners have scored more runs in one inning this afternoon than they did in the previous 3 games. Down low, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike on Kendrick, who struck out in the first. What a thrill for Michael Saunders.
Yeah, he's a young man, came up last year and had some success initially. Scouting report got out on him and was struggling to the point to where they sat him down the last couple of weeks of the season just so he could work with AC on his hitting and make some adjustments and do some things. And he went into the winter.
Fly ball, deep center field. Franklin Gutierrez checking out that fence. To the 1 track he goes to make the catch. Always back to the right spot. 1 out.
But I think the thing with Saunders, and I saw this when his first at bats that he had when he came up a couple nights ago, was him trying to pitch him inside. That was kind of the trouble spot for him. You know, he had a little bit of a hole in there. And although he didn't get a hit with any of those pitches, he was much more aggressive with his swings in there and eventually hit a double down the right field line on a breaking ball. But you could definitely see the difference in him, and there you go, a much more aggressive swing. Listen, he's a big man out there, and he's a real athletic kid.
Yeah.
Turn it loose.
Catcher Mike Napoli. It's always great as a kid coming up to the big leagues to get that first hit out of the way. That's eventually going to come. But what does it mean to get that first home run? To check that one off, saying, "Hey, you know, that's
with every one of those things you're talking about, you check off on the list. The more you start to feel like you belong here, and that's part of the hurdle that you have to go through the process."
2-0 on Napoli. He sends a fly ball into left center field. Going back of the ball, Saunders near the 1 track, and Michael is there to make the catch. So 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 5th. Mariners leading the Angels 4-0. Let's check in with Tom Glasgow back at the studio. Good breaking ball for a strike on Brandon Wood. 0-1 the count on the Angels' third baseman. Thanks, Tom, for the update. Outside for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. 3 outs on the ground, 10 in the air. 1 strikeout for Vargas. 1-2. Jason does a great job, Mike, obviously, of changing speeds, but it seems like everything is down where he needs to be.
It was an excellent changeup. 61 pitches for him. 24% of them are changeups so far.
Line drive fouled on the left field side.
The thing that makes his changeup so good is he keeps his arm speed up, Rick. He doesn't slow down, doesn't telegraph that he's throwing the pitch. You couldn't tell the difference by just watching if it was tight like it is right now on him between his fastball and his changeup, because his arm speed stays the same.
In the air to right field, Ichiro going back to the 1 track, and he's there to make the catch for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jason Vargas. We're at the halfway point. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning here on Mom's Day. 4-0. Mariners lead the Angels. inning. The Mariners leading the Angels by a score of 4-0 after the back-to-back home runs by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders in the fourth. Ichiro leading off the bottom of the fifth inning. Line to single into right center field in the third. He's 1 for 2. Santana's pitch is outside. Ball 1. Let's take a look at our Amica hit zone. Up and away, down and away. Ichiro's all over that. He lines one left field line. Fair ball. Up the ball quickly. Rivera, he was already shading that way. And Rivera will keep Ichiro to a leadoff single here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So Ichiro with 2 hits.
Similar to the triple last night, just a bullet inside. You can see Wood playing off the line, hits it right inside the bag, and solid base hit. Nice play by Rivera to get it in quickly.
Yeah, he got to that ball in a hurry right where that section of the seats angle out.
Let's see if Don Wakamatsu wants to pour it on with the scoring here. Ichiro already stole a base. He has options with Pickens. There he goes.
Good call. Throw down to second by Napoli. Not in time, and he bounced that throw. Good call, Mike. Second stolen base by Ichiro. And Mike Napoli only 2 of 22 trying to throw on runners trying to steal, but the pitcher's got to try to keep the runner close.
And at this point, pour it on. Go ahead, add on to the score if you can. Get as much as you can. The guys have been struggling. Have a good day. I like it. Keep running.
Absolutely. Ichiro gets himself into scoring position. The count is 0-1 on Figgins. Trying to get Ichiro to third. He sends a fly ball. Shallow left field. Coming up is Rivera. Juan is there to make the catch. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So Ichiro with 2 stolen bases this afternoon. He now has 8 for the year. That ties for the club high along with Sean Figgins.
And now that you have the right-handed hitter and Gutierrez coming up, maybe he'll still third. Figgins not able to get him over there, so take it on your own if you can. Looks like Kendrick's going to try to hold him close. The second baseman, Ibar, isn't anywhere near him.
First baseman Morales, Mike, way off the bag, trying to cut down that big gap in the right side of the infield. Franklin looking for his first base hit of the afternoon. Takes a strike 0-1, but he's done a nice job all season long. Leads the ball club with the .322 batting average. Leads the club with 3 home runs. For each hit, the Mariners score from now on through the end of the season. Amica Insurance will donate $10 to the Boys and Girls Club of Bellevue. Thanks, Amica.
Well hit ball deep into right center field. Willetts going back. Can't get to it. It's on the track and off the wall. Ichiro running third. He'll score. Gutierrez in at second with an RBI double. And the Mariners finally have some offensive excitement this afternoon and now lead the Angels 5-0.
Franklin Gutierrez gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. A little bit of an inside-out swing out towards right center field. Willetts cannot run it down. Stolen base by Ichiro, is able to score easily.
That ball had some giddy up to it when it got out there toward right center field. So 1 run in here in the fifth inning. Jose
Lopez line drive, base in left field. Goody being waved in by Mike Brumley. The throw to the plate by Rivera in time, and out at the plate is Gutierrez. Rivera was able to get to that ball before Goody got to the bag over third base, but on the play, Lopez will get into second base on the throw to the plate. So 2 outs in the inning.
Take a look at it. Rivera, we saw it earlier in the game, has a strong arm, makes a perfect throw to home. Gutierrez is dead. Nowhere to go.
Great throw by Juan Rivera, right on line, 1 hop strike. And the catcher, Mike Napoli. But Lopez back on at second base, taking second on the throw to the plate, 2 down. And here's designated hitter Ken Griffey Jr. 5-0 Mariners leading the Angels. 0-1. Jr. walked, and it was Griffey who got things going with 2 outs there in the 4-run bottom of the fourth inning with that free pass. Langerhans then walked. Josh Wilson hit the 3-run home run to left field over the hand-operated scoreboard down the line, and then Michael Saunders hit that laser beam home run to center field. Lopez a lead at third base. Junior pops it up into shallow right field, going out to second baseman. Howie Kendrick is underneath it, and he's there to make the catch for out number 3, but the Mariners add one more. A single by Ichiro, stolen base, scored on the double by Gutierrez, and after 5, Mariners 5, Angels nothing. Mother's Day, May 9th, 2010. The Mariners with a 5-0 lead as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Mike, time to pass out some rally fries.
Well, we had to pick a sign with Mom on it, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Hunter and Madison out for the ball game with their mom. Out in the bleachers.
Oh, Mom. Happy Mother's Day, sweetheart. Yeah, number 1 mom. Great job by the son. Getting some rally fries. Mike, I'm still waiting for the rally rigatoni.
Keep waiting.
Is that ever going to happen?
You just keep waiting. You just keep waiting. They'll be right there.
I want the rally rigatoni. Where's that? Rob Quinlan, the DH, leading things off. Ball 1. Now there's a strike, and the count is even 1-1. Come on. You can figure that one out.
I've ordered it up a couple of times. For some reason, it's never made it over to you.
Thank you, buddy.
I've enjoyed it, though.
Fouled away. 1-2 on Rob Quinlan. Well, Michael, the 2 stories in this ball game. Number 1, the offense. 5 runs, 8 hits. The back-to-back home runs by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders. The other story, Jason Vargas. Strike 3 call, got him looking. Jason Vargas. Fans Rob Quinlan taking a look at strike 3. And that is strikeout number 2 for Vargas.
Well, the offense is the story in the game so far. The guy's breaking out, scoring 5 runs through 5 innings so far. We're going to go ahead and take the job that Vargas has done for granted because these guys are all out pitching terrific. The starters have done a nice job up and down. So let's just take them for granted and concentrate on the offense today and add to that one. Right
there we go. That's 10 in a row retired by Jason Vargas. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, and there's one to Reggie Willits.
And one of the best strike 3 calls in the game. Tom Hallion.
0-2 on Willits.
I think it looks like he's starting up a chainsaw or something.
Yeah.
Like a lawnmower.
Waiting for him to break into the moonwalk like Leslie Nielsen in Naked Gun.
Let's hope he doesn't hurt himself.
I know it. Little fly ball, shallow right center field. Franklin Gutierrez is there. Kerplunk makes the catch. 11 in a row set down by Jason Vargas. 2 outs for the Angels here in the 6th inning. Let's take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High-Speed Internet. Jason throwing 89 miles an hour, topping off with his fastball at 89 and 95 miles an hour for Urban Santana. Here's Eric Ibar. 0 for 2 is flat out twice. Ground ball to Josh Wilson. It's short, off his glove, recovers, but no throw. Ibar is safe at first base. They're going to give that a base hit for Ibar.
We'll take a look at this. Ball's going to jump up a little bit on Josh. See it bounce up in the air, gets him an in-between hop, and hits off the heel of his glove. Kind of a strange hop once it got past the cut of the grass.
1 on with 2 down for the Angels. 5-0 Mariners. And here's right fielder Bobby Abreu. Ball 1.
Abreu has made Vargas work a little bit a couple of times that he's been up, and he's also hit the ball hard both times. A best strong, nice line drive into right field, and then a bullet to the shortstop Josh Wilson his last time up.
The ball sliced toward Josh, who was hit so hard. 1-1 on Abreu. Mike, if you're pitching Abreu, you got to pitch this guy away. He has do so much damage middle in.
I think you have to mix it up eventually. He's too good a hitter. He'll take advantage of it, hitting the ball the other way, as we saw the line drive that he hit. Fortunately, at the shortstop. Straighten him up every now and then.
Even Jamie Moyer, throwing 82, will come inside and keep you honest. And then he goes away to get you out with that changeup. Down and in, missed ball 3, 3-1. On deck, Kendry Morales, kid from Cuba. Steer right 2 called. Full count on Abreu. And with 2 outs, Eric Ibar will be taken off over at first base. Langerhans playing behind the runner at first. Ibar. There he goes.
Strike 3 called. Got him looking. So Jason Vargas strikes out Bobby Abreu, his second strikeout of the inning, and his third strikeout of the ball game. Right there in the outside corner. He stood there like a house on the side of the road. That's in honor of Ernie Harwell. We go to the bottom. Brian Langerhans lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Ground ball right to the first baseman. Kendry Morales takes it to the bag for the out. 1 down. Mariners leading the Angels by a score of 5-0. Outstanding pitching from Jason Vargas. Back-to-back home runs by Josh Wilson, Michael Saunders in the 4th. And here is Josh.
First home run this season. He is 2 for 2. Besides that 3-run home run with 2 outs in the 4th, he had a base hit to center field in the 2nd. Down and away, ball 1. Mike, here's a look at Josh's home run swing.
Jumps on a slider right in the middle of the plate and hits it a long ways. Keeps it fair. The home run from Saunders. Oh, wow, that was out to right center field, long part of the ballpark. That ball a long ways.
Jumped all over it. 1-1 the count on Josh.
83 pitches for Santana, 63% of them fastballs.
Fly ball into the gap in deep right center field, and that's going to drop in. A base hit. Josh heading for second. The ball bobbled by Willits. Josh heading for third. The throw in, cut off, relay to third, not in time. Josh Wilson with a head first slide into the bag at third. Willits had a rough time trying to find the handle deep in right center field, and Wilson is on at third with 1 away.
Josh Wilson having a day. His third base hit, just a double away from the cycle. After hitting the ball right down the left middle line, he goes into right center field and hits this ball into the gap, splits the outfielders. Willits can't pick it up, tries to cut it off, can't quite get to it. And Josh with a triple. He's having a day.
Jody Garrett of the Milwaukee Brewers hit for the cycle yesterday. Here's Michael Saunders, home run in the 4th inning. And he takes down an in, ball 1. One of the hardest things to do in baseball. That's hit for the cycle. Mike, you did it one time for the Oakland A's.
Angels bring their infield up, trying to cut this run off. Mariners already up 5-0.
Snap throw to third, and Josh is picked off by Mike Napoli. What a throw by Napoli on the bag to third baseman Brandon Wood. Josh Wilson picked off a third, 2 outs.
And you can see that they had this play on before the pitch was thrown. You can see Wood already moving towards third base for the pickoff. So Napoli comes up firing right away. They had a pick play on.
And that throw, Mike, was right there.
Nice view on the replay. You can see Wood cheating over towards third as the pitch was being thrown.
So 2 outs, nobody on. Fly ball, shallow left field. Coming up toward the line is Juan Rivera, down with the sunglasses, and he makes the catch for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit. The triple by Josh Wilson, but nobody left on after 6 innings of play. Mariners 5 and the Angels nothing. Yes, indeed. Happy Mother's Day, all you moms out there watching this afternoon. What a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the Pacific Northwest. Final game of the series with the Angels. Mariners lead 5-0, top of the 7th inning. Kendry Morales leads it off, and he takes a strike going 1. Morales 0 for 2 has bounced into a double play, also flying out to Ichiro in right field. Another fine performance by Vargas. Inside, 1-1 the count. What a contribution here in the first few months of the season, Mike, by Doug Fister. And this guy right here, Jason Vargas. Fister last night, another quality start. 7 innings, gave up just 3 runs, gave the Mariners an opportunity to try to win that ball game. Big right-hander. He's had a great first 2 months of the season.
And I don't think it's something that's going to go away either. I don't think these guys have been fortunate or lucky or just hot. I think that they're good pitchers. They know what they're doing. They're not overpowering guys by any means, but they know how to pitch.
And that's ball 4. So Kendry Morales with the first walk given up by Jason Vargas. Leadoff free pass here in the 7th inning. Say, join us for the first U.S. Bank Mariner matinee of the season coming up on Thursday, May 20th, when the Mariners get back home to take on the Blue Jays at a special start time of 12:40. It's the perfect excuse for a 9-inning lunch at the ballpark. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Here's left fielder Juan Rivera. Morales on at first base. 0-1. You're right, Mike. I think this is something that guys like Fister and Vargas getting an opportunity this year to pitch every 5 days to take a look at, the breakdown fastballs, the breaking pitch, the off-speed stuff from Vargas that they can build on. On a hop to Sean Figgins and off his glove into right center field. Morales the turn, heading for third. He's going to make it. The ball is picked up by Ichiro, but what a shot by Juan Rivera. That's going to be a base hit. And the Angels have runners at first and third with nobody out. That's a tough play.
It is a tough play, and Figgins tried to make a pick on it, and if he was able to come up with it, it would have been a double play just because of how hard it was hit. Right on the button, you see Figgins going over, try to get it on the hop. It's an in-between hop. That's a tough play.
Right-hander Brandon League warming up down in the Mariners bullpen. Due up second baseman Howie Kendrick. On at third, Morales. Rivera at first base. Kendrick 0 for 2. Struck out in the second, flew out to center in the 5th inning. Infield back. They'd give up the run for the outer, a chance to try to turn 2. 0-1. Another first pitch strike from Jason Vargas. Jason, originally a second-round draft pick in June of 2004 by the Florida Marlins. Look at that, 16 of 22 first pitch strikes. Hopped up, shallow right field. Figgy going out calling for it, and Sean is there to make the catch, and the runners have to stay. So a big first out for Jason Vargas, 1 out for the Angels. Sean had plenty of time to get back to make the catch.
Let's see if Vargas can get his double play ball now and get out of the inning without giving up a run.
Change up away, down and away to a right-handed hitter.
Well, I think that's what he'll probably try to do to get the ground ball. Try it early, and if he misses with it or if Napoli doesn't swing at it, he'll straighten him up one time and then go back to it again. He does a nice job of mixing things up, using both sides of the plate.
Mike Napoli is 0 for 2. And it's down, ball 1.
Yep, change up and missed with it.
First and third for the Angels, 1 away. And there's a strike. Down and away, and the count is even on Napoli at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that's done a fine job with this pitching staff is pitching coach Rick Adair. Mariners the best ERA in the American League last year, third this year. There's a look at Rick. Goes back inside and misses 2-1, but you see Jason working both sides of the plate.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He missed with the changeup. We thought he would try to get him with that. A good fastball just off the outside corner that he gets the call on. There you go. Straighten him up with the fastball and see if he goes back to the changeup, or maybe even double up inside. Probably changeup away.
Fouled away, and the count is even on Napoli at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Nice off-speed pitch away. Left that one up a little bit. Wants to keep the ball down. And now Napoli as the hitter, he's not sure what's going. Is he going to go back to the changeup, or is he going to try to come back inside with the fastball? Tough situation as a hitter when you have to cover both sides of the plate.
And a swing and a miss and a changeup. Another strikeout for Jason Vargas and 2 outs for the Angels. Number 4 for Vargas.
And he had him set up for it. And this one's a good one. You see the bottom fall out of it. Napoli way out in front. He was guessing on the fastball inside and didn't get it. Nice.
So 2 on and 2 outs. 5-0 Mariners, top of the 7th. And here's third baseman Brandon Wood. Fly ball, right field toward the line. Ichiro is there, and he makes the catch. Jason Vargas gets out of a jam. 2 left on. 7th inning stretch time here on Mother's Day. After 6.5, Mariners lead the Angels 5-0. Hi, Cutie. Welcome to Safeco Field. Celebrating their 120th anniversary with a big sale. Great prices on products you use every day. Locally owned, serving Puget Sound's neighbors with exceptional service for 120 years. That's just been the Bartell way. Fans on their feet, 7th inning stretch time. The Mariners are leading the Angels by a score of 5-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 7. Let's take a look at our Jaguar performer of the game. Josh Wilson in the bottom half of the second. Mike, a base hit to left field. But how about this swing in the 4th?
This is the big one right here. Gets the Mariners on the scoreboard. A nice at bat battling Santana. Gets a slider and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now the 6th inning, the triple.
Your favorite play, Ricky. A triple out to right center field. Josh Wilson running hard the whole way. Just a double away from the cycle. Hopefully he'll get an opportunity to hit one more time. Get a chance to get his double and hit for the cycle. That's the 2 toughest ones out of the way, the home run and the triple.
Who'd you hit your cycle against?
Chicago White Sox in Chicago, 1998.
Outstanding. Tough enough to get 4 hits in a game, let alone a single, double, triple, and a home run. Once again, happy Mother's Day. We head to the bottom of the 7th, and leading it off is catcher Adam Moore against Ervin Santana. A swing and a miss by Moore, 0-1, and Adams really still trying to.
He's in between, Rick. You know, it's typical of a young player. He's in between, behind the fastball, getting fooled on the breaking ball. He just, you know, he's going to have to get committed to something, and I'm sure that's something that he's aware of. It's just a matter of getting to that point.
90th pitch from Santana, fouled away by Moore, and the count is still 0-2 on Hannah.
But it's part of it. It's tough sometimes. Well, it is, and it's really hard for somebody like Adam because his priority is the pitchers first, and then you don't catch every day. He's splitting time with Rob, and neither one of those guys consistently getting at bats on a daily basis is tough.
Yeah, Robbie caught the last 4 ball games. His last start was last Wednesday against Tampa Bay. And one fishing, one for strike 3. 1 out for the Mariners, bottom of the 7th inning. Let's head back to the sports desk and Tom Glasgow. That would do it.
That would do it.
The whole team ought to run across the mound right now to mess him up. Got all upset with Alex doing it. Ichiro. What do you think, Mike?
About
Mr. Braid?
Perfect. I think that he's a guy that is not going to be bothered at all by the situation or get nervous about it. So he'll make his pitches. I like him. I think he has a bright future.
Ichiro fouls one out of play to the crowd on the third base side, 1-2.
Ichiro with a couple of hits in the game, a couple of stolen bases.
That's great to see. Fouled away, and the check swing, and the count is still 1-2. Just on the threat of a guy who can run like Ichiro and Sean Figgins gives the guys hitting behind him a chance to get a pitch that they can hit.
Probably the pitchers go, you know, because they have to pay attention, they're going to make mistakes, but also you're going to get the infielders moving around, so open up some holes for you.
The other way, foul this time, past the umpire at third base, Ed Rapano, and the count is still 1-2 on Ichiro. Here's a look at the location of the pitches from Santana to Ichiro. Fouled away, and the count is still 1-2. We adjust that protective gear on the right arm above the elbow. Ichiro's the kind of guy that can just drive a pitcher crazy. No matter where they throw a pitch, he can fight it off, foul it away. And that one bounces about 3 feet, 4 feet in front of the plate for ball 2, 2-2.
You can see the ball mark in the dirt. It barely made it past the grass. I'm not even sure what kind of pitch that was.
Came in at 82.
Tom Hallion going to give Napoli a little bit of time. I think that hit him right on the point of his shoulder. You can see the mark out there in the dirt, way out by the grass, or near the plate.
Fouled away, and Ichiro took that one, I think, off the top of the dirt. Fouled off, still 2-2. This is an 8-pitch at bat. Look at the pattern of the pitches from Santana all over the place. And right now, Ichiro's just swinging at anything, no matter where Santana throws it.
Santana's making some good pitches, and Ichiro's spoiling them.
Pitch at bat.
A shot past the diving Wood at third and down the left field line. Another base hit for Ichiro. His third, up with the ball quickly because he's already shaded that way. Rivera, so Ichiro is aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Mariners trying to tack on another run.
Finally gets a pitch that he can handle. It's a fastball up out over the plate. Hits it right inside the bag again. He had a base hit earlier in the game, almost identical to that one.
Brandon Wood with a good effort, but coming up short. So here's Sean Figgins. And a throw to first base to keep an eye on Ichiro, who swiped second in the 3rd, and he stole second again in the 5th inning. And a right-hander warming up down to the bullpen. That is Brian Stokes for the Angels. There's Orlando Mercado behind him, the bullpen coach for the Angels, former Mariner. Came up as an 18-year-old catcher back in the early 80s. Baby Bull, Orlando Mercado. Figgy looking for his first base hit this afternoon. Outside, ball one. Mariners with a new hitting coach this afternoon. Alonzo Powell coming up from AAA Tacoma. As the Mariners let go Alan Cockrell. Wish AC the best. In the air, out of play off to our left, and the count is even on Figgins at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we welcome Alonzo Powell to the ball club. There he is. Played in the big leagues with the Expos back in '87. Little time with the Mariners back in 1991. New hitting coach for the Mariners, Alonzo Powell. Spent 6 years over in Japan. And for 3 years, 3 consecutive seasons, won a batting title over in Japan. He was there before you went and played the 1 season there, Mike.
Majority of his career in Japan with the Chunichi Dragons.
Popped up, foul, third base side, going back Brandon Wood. This one is into the seats and out of play, and the count is 1-2 on Figgy. 105 pitches for Ervin Santana. The Mariners really made him work. 32 pitches back in the 4th when, with 2 outs, Santana walked Griffey and Langerhans, and then the back-to-back home runs by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders. Another move to first base, and Ichiro's back again. One on, one away. Little pop up in behind second, calling for it. The shortstop Eric Ibar is there to make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Say, looking for a way to save some money going to and from the airport? Take Link Light Rail. For schedules, visit soundtransit.org. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here on Mother's Day here at Safeco Field. Nice crowd, 28,668. A lot of moms here at the ballpark today. Here's center fielder Franklin Gutierrez, who doubled in a run his last time up in the 5th inning. That scored Ichiro from second base. Center fielder Reggie Willits is shaded toward right center field. Way up and in as Franklin spins away from ball 1. So we mentioned Dallas Braden working on a perfect game this afternoon for the Oakland A's against Tampa Bay. That game is in the 8th inning. Pop up behind home plate. And out of play, the count is even on Gutierrez at 1 ball and 1 strike. It was 42 years ago yesterday that Catfish Hunter threw the last perfect game for the Oakland Athletics. Perfect game, no hits, no runners reaching first base. And there's the score, 4-0 Oakland against Tampa Bay. And last year, Mr. Burley had one against Tampa Bay with the Chicago White Sox. That's a tough team to keep away from first base, Mike.
It is from the group that we saw here. We're just in town. A lot of speed on that team. A lot of good hitters.
Last year, Dwayne Wise, late in the game, made that great catch up against the wall in left field.
Ozzie just put him in the game for defensive purposes, and he made the play.
Against the wall, made the catch, but then on his way down, the ball popped out of his glove. On the way that he falling down to the warning track, he re-caught the ball. Fouled away by Goody, and the count is still a ball and 2 strikes. I was talking with Mark Burley when we were in Chicago a few weeks ago about the perfect game. And I said, what about the catch by Dwayne Wise? He says, I didn't realize that He made such a great catch until I was back in the dugout and I saw the replay. Another move to first base. Five nothing Mariners lead. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 on, 2 outs. Still 1-2. And Goody's been a guy all year long, Mike, that just makes a pitcher work like crazy.
You talk about different people and you use different things. Describe the type of hitters they are. This guy is a grinder. He just grinds out his at-bats. That last pitch, 95 miles an hour.
Low and inside, ball 2, 2-2 the count. Look at the pitches per plate appearance, Mike.
Yeah, he's been up around 4.5.
How good are the guys in the truck? We're talking about Franklin working the pitcher work. They come up with this stuff. Good stuff, isn't it? Way to go, Paulie, down there in the truck. Runner goes. Outside a ball. No chance for the throw down to second because Napoli lost the transfer trying to get the ball out of his glove, and another stolen base for Ichiro, his 3rd of the afternoon. How about that?
Tough pitch to try to throw him out on. The pitch is going to be down and away. You watch him reach for it, and then he tries to come up with a transfer and can't get the handle. Ends up with a changeup grip on the baseball. No chance.
The stride got longer for Napoli as he was trying to get a grip on the baseball. So Ichiro 3 steals. Way up and in, and Goody will take a walk. He had a close shave, then the walk. So the 3rd walk given up by Ervin Santana. Here comes Mike Scioscia out of the dugout, and that's going to be it for Ervin Santana. He's going to go down to the bullpen to get Brian Stokes. Mariners lead 5-0. Don't go away. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning here on Mother's Day. We'll be back after this timeout. Taco Del Mar. Come try the Manto Burrito at Taco Del Mar. It's big on flavor. 28,000 plus here at Safeco Field. The wishing well out there. Help raise money for the kids at Children's Hospital. 5-0 Mariners lead. Bottom of the 7th inning. 2 on with 2 outs. And the new pitcher is Brian Stokes.
They lose the numbers for Santana. 115 pitches for him. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. A couple of them really hurt him. 6 2/3 innings pitched.
So Stokes takes over to face third baseman Jose Lopez, who has 2 hits today with a single and a double. Fouled away past third base coach Mike Brumley. 0-1. Numbers for Stokes. No record. High ERA. Some of the guys down in that Angel bullpen, that ERA way up there, Mike, except for Fernando Rodney, who worked in last night's ball game.
And Rodney struggled in last night's game, walking 3 batters, was able to get out of it. But that's been the trouble with the Angels. Pitching something that they're usually pretty good at, pretty deep. It's been an issue for him so far early in the season this year.
Ground ball down the line. Foul ball, says third base umpire Ed Rapano. It's where it goes over the bag, not where it lands, and Rapano said it missed the outside edge.
He has the best look at it. You can see him looking right down the line.
1-2 on Lopez. Mariners trying to play add-on. 2 on, 2 outs. Ball 2, 2-2. Jose has the pink wristband on. Wristbands, bats being auctioned off during the season. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Napoli for strike 3. That'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 are left out. And after 7 innings of play, and the pitching of that guy, Jason Vargas, Mariners lead 5-0.
I was wondering where you were. I'm like killing.
And Jason Vargas has been outstanding through 7 as we go to the top of the 8th in a 5-0 Mariner lead. Popping one up to right field. Rob Quinlan, Ichiro is there. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Angels here in the top half of the 8th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Seattle Mariners. A lot of kids with their moms here at the ballpark this afternoon. I want to say a special hello to Sue Hoagland down at Bonnie Lake. Happy Mother's Day, Sue. Here is center fielder Reggie Willits. Takes a look at ball 1. Well, it's a sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd. And he's flied out to Goody in center field. Outside, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Before coming to Seattle, the Angels were having a tough road trip. Swept in 3 in Detroit, swept in 4 by Boston. Losing 7 in a row as a team. They were hitting just .230. But the pitching, there's ball 4. Willits draws a 1-out walk here in the top half of the 8th inning. Over the 7-game losing streak, they had a 7.83 ERA. Last 2 games have hit a little over .230. Here comes Don Wakamatsu out of the dugout. And that is going to be it for Jason Vargas this afternoon. What a performance by Vargas, working into the 8th inning. For the first time this year, he's been steady, 6+ innings, and he will go 7 1/3 and get a heck of an ovation from the crowd. 28,000 plus here at Safeco Field. Look at this. A nice ovation for Jason Vargas, and well deserved by 7 1/3 innings. The big story, Jason Vargas and the Mariners finally get him some offense.
Well, I think with Vargas, the thing that they needed out of him was to hold the other club down, the Angels, and give the offense a chance to get on track, and they're able to do that today. And Vargas just giving up the 4 hits. I think the biggest thing with them, you have to be careful. 96 pitches. You kind of like to see him finish the 8th inning.
Yeah.
But that being said, they need to win this game. They really need to win this game. And so they're going to go to the league right now. Vargas at 96 pitches. It was time for him to go. But Vargas was outstanding today. Had everything working both sides of the plate, using all of his pitches. And the big one, throwing strike 1.
Yeah. Right? Very consistently. And Mike, everything down. Great breaking ball and finding that mark on the outside corner to tough left-handed hitters like Bobby Abreu. A swing and a miss. Had the changeup working. Great control.
Well, he pitched inside enough today to make his changeup very effective, and a lot of fly balls for him. But overall, again, another outstanding performance. 97 pitches, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits.
How about that? So what a performance by Jason Vargas, and he turns over a 5-0 lead. And he got some offense, Mike, with some big hits there in the 4th inning. The home runs by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders.
Yeah, bottom of the order, really doing something today. Josh Wilson, again, a double away from hitting for the cycle on the day. 3 hits for him, including the home run. And then Michael Saunders.
Box score, and now hard-throwing right-hander Brandon League will take over. So the Mariners with the 5 runs, they've got the lead. Outstanding pitching by Vargas. It's a nice combination.
It has been, and the pitching has been there the entire time, but it's the offense today that is the story for me. A couple of walks, and then the home run by Wilson was the big hit.
So here's Brandon League to take over. 1-on-1 away for the Angels here in the top of the 8th inning. He faces Eric Aybar. Steve Rankwan and Aybar. League has that good fastball, the outstanding splitter, ground ball outs with that. There's a line drive instead the other way, slicing foul into the crowd down the left field line. And it's 0-2 on Aybar. With Sean Figgin signing as a free agent during the offseason with the Mariners, Eric Aybar taking over in that leadoff spot for the Angels. That's some big losses for the Angels during the offseason. I was talking with Mike Scioscia before the game yesterday. Lackey going to Boston, Guerrero to the Texas Rangers, Figgy to the Mariners. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Strike 3, so 2 outs for the Angels here in the top half of the 8th inning. Say summer is just around the corner. Friday, May 21st, the Mariners open up interleague play with the Padres, and the first 20,000 fans can ring in the warmer weather with the right way with their very own Mariners Beach Towel. For tickets to Mariners Beach Towel Night, visit mariners.com. So 2 down, and here's right fielder Bobby Abreu. As we said, Rick, we've got the guys here and other guys coming through the organization that are going to get an opportunity to play. Ball 1. What a job he's done. Mike Scioscia, American League Manager of the Year last year. Ground ball. Josh Wilson near the bag at second, off his glove, and in at second base goes Reggie Willits. So Josh having a rough time on that short hop, and that is going to be an error on Josh Wilson, and the Angels have 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, it looked like a routine play off the bat of Abreu. Take a look at this hop. Kind of ended up getting an in-between hop and kicked it. So that'll be an error for Josh.
2 aboard for first baseman Kendry Morales. Morales has walked. He's also bounced into a double play. Flight out to each your own right field. 5-0 Mariners. On a play on the third base side. 0-1. The last time we checked in down in Oakland, Dallas Braden was still working on a perfect game for the A's against Tampa Bay. And Dallas Braden has now retired the first batter for Tampa Bay in the top half of the 9th inning, 2 outs away from a perfecto. Down and in, 1-1. And this kid has turned into a heck of a player. Morales, 34 home runs last year, hit .306, 108 runs batted in. Willits at second, Bobby Abreu on at first base. 2 outs now in the top of the 9th inning in Oakland. Dallas Braden 1 out away from a perfect game against the Rays. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And Blow, if you're playing behind Dallas Braden right now, working on that perfect game, you are diving for everything.
Oh, of course. And hoping you don't kick something. Perfect games. You don't see those. A no-hitter is one thing. A perfect game is a completely different story.
That's ridiculous. I think there's only been about 15 in Major League history. The league 2-2, and it's a swing and a foul back. No, a swing and a miss all the way to the backstop. The throw to first base, not in time, and here comes Reggie Willits on to score. So on a swing and a miss, strike 3, wild pitch, Reggie Willits, who was on at second, scores, and the Angels have their first run of the afternoon. It's now the Mariners 5 and the Angels 1.
You look at this last pitch in the dirt. Adam Moore couldn't get over to block it, and then Willits running hard the entire way. Comes around third, takes a look, watches him throw it. Boy.
So time is called as pitching coach Rick Adair heads out to the mound to have a talk with Brandon League. He strikes out Kendry Morales with a pitch in the dirt, but the ball gets on by Adam Moore all the way to the backstop. I thought for a second it was a foul ball, but he never hit it. So Reggie Willits is able to score from second base, and that's how the Angels get their first run of the afternoon. So Abreu is on at second, Morales at first base, 2 outs. Runners charged to Jason Vargas. And here is Juan Rivera, but still a tremendous outing by Vargas today against the Angels. Inside, ball 1. Rivera singled his last time up in the 7th inning. He's 1 for 3 on deck. Howie Kendrick. Fouled away behind home plate, 1-1. Mariners trying to snap that 8-game losing streak. 5 runs today on 10 hits. Abreu at second. Morales at first. What a fastball right there. 98 miles an hour from Brandon Lee, and that had some sink to it, Mike.
I think that what we've seen from Brandon as the season has moved on, his fastball, the velocity out of it has been jumping up steadily. First couple outings this year, he was around 91 miles an hour. Now he's up to 98, which is what we saw out of him in Toronto last year.
That's Nastyville right there at 98 with Singh. And a swing and a miss, and a splitter, strike 3. He strikes out Juan Rivera. That'll end the inning. Angels, the 1 run, they leap a pair. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners 5, and the Angels 1. So congratulations to Dallas Braden. A perfect game today for the Oakland A's against the Tampa Bay Rays. 19th perfect game in Major League history. Bottom of the 8th inning, Junior leading it off, and the count is even on Griffey at 1 ball and 1 strike. Faces Brian Stokes. Ball 2, 2-1. Angels with an unearned run in the top half of the 8th inning. They get a run without a base hit. 5-1 Mariners lead. Junior 0 for 2, but he walked and scored a run back to the 4th inning. Started that 4-run rally with 2 outs with the free pass. Langerhans had one. Josh Wilson hit the 3-run home run to left field, his first of the year, his 6th home run in the major leagues. He had 3 last year with the Mariners. And then Michael Saunders hit his first major league home run after the home run by Wilson. 2-2 to Junior. Ground ball pulled foul on the first base side. Still 2-2. How about that? A perfecto, Mike, down in Oakland.
I'm not surprised with Braden.
That's some good stuff.
He really does. Come right after you. We saw him earlier. This will be a nice pitcher for them for a while.
Tough team to throw a perfect game against. Tampa Bay leading the league in hitting. Fouled away behind home plate by Griffey, and the count is still even on Junior at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We might see something rare right here. Josh Wilson's going to hit 3rd in this inning. If he hits a double, he'll end up with the cycle.
Hit one in the gap, get that extra base hit, and try to get the cycle.
Yeah. Stop at 2nd, don't go to 3rd.
That's right. Broken bat, little pop-up, shallow right field. Kendrick was already way back there in shallow right field, so he makes the catch. 1 away. Dallas Braden with his mom, a bear hug from his mom on Mother's Day. Oh my goodness, what a Mother's Day gift for Dallas's mom there in Oakland. Wow. Dallas Braden, a perfect game today for the Oakland Athletics against the Tampa Bay Rays. What a celebration for those two. Ryan Langerhans, the hitter, but he walked and scored in the 4th inning. Ball 1. That's something he's going to remember for the rest of his life. Ball 2.
Every Mother's Day you'll think about it.
Oh, man. What an anniversary that'll be, year after year. Remember on Mother's Day last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 20 years ago? Ball 3. 3-0. On deck, Josh Wilson waiting in the wings. Double away from hitting for the cycle. Singled in the 2nd, homered in the 4th, tripled in the 6th. Ball 4, so Langerhans with a walk. He walked 3 times last night. That's his 2nd walk this afternoon. Save for as little as $10 each, folks. Bring your friends and family out to the next BECU Family Night on Tuesday, May 25th. That's when the Tigers return to Safeco Field for a quick 2-game series. The savings continue that night with $2 hot dogs and special discounts at the Mariners team store. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Well, here he is, Josh Wilson. A double away from hitting for the cycle. We had a cycle yesterday in the major leagues. Jody Garrett of the Milwaukee Brewers had a perfect game just completed this afternoon down in Oakland by Dallas Braden. Fouls one out of play on the first base side, and the count is 0-1. And Mike, I've got goosebumps for the kid right now.
I'm excited for him. Started the season in AAA, did a nice job hitting .333, getting an opportunity to play. As you look at the list of the Mariners that have hit for the cycle, nice group to join.
Yunner, Rodriguez, John Olerud, and Adrian Beltre, the last to do it a couple of years ago against Texas. Over to first base to get Langerhans back to the bag. Shea's last hit, the first guy to do it was that triple. But Josh got that one out of the way in the 6th. 1 on, 1 away. There goes Langerhans, and the pitch is inside. A ball thrown on to second. Ryan is safe at second base. So the Mariners have their running shoes on. Ichiro with 3 steals. Ryan Langerhans with a stolen base, his first of the year since coming back from Tacoma.
Napoli had only thrown out 2 of 19, and the Mariners taking advantage of that. Good hard slide by Langerhans. Pitch inside.
Runner at second with 1 out. Josh Wilson looking to hit one into the gap or maybe down the line to get that double. Fouls it away. Took a heck of a cut. 1 and 2 on Josh.
Good pitch for Josh to hit a fastball out over the plate.
Down at Tacoma, Wilson hit .333, and he was leading the PCL in doubles with 12. But he was called up. Down and away in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. John Olerud, when he completed the cycle, just talked to John a few days ago. His last hit was a home run at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego for the cycle. Stokes on the mound. The 2-2 to Wilson. Swing and a ground ball, foul, and behind Coach Mike Brumley, and it's still 2-2. (5-1) Mariners lead. Langerhans on at second, 1 away. Low and outside. There goes Langerhans at third. The throw by Napoli, not in time. It was low. Picked out of the dirt by Brandon Wood. That's going to be a wild pitch. He took off when the pitch was in the dirt, then got a little to the right of the catcher, Napoli.
Heads up base running as soon as it goes in the dirt. Even though it's out in front of Napoli, Langerhans takes off right away. A late slide. He'll go right over the top of the base. Fortunate to be able to get his hand out of there so he didn't jam up his wrist. But a heads up play for Langerhans. Now the Angels are bringing the infield in.
And the count goes to 3-2 on Josh Wilson. Four cycles in the history of the Mariners. And it's low and outside for ball 4. So Wilson not having the opportunity. He draws the walk. Doesn't have the chance for the cycle after the free pass. But what an afternoon for Josh Wilson. Say, traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Pitching coach Mike Butcher out to the mound. Have a talk with Stokes. Mariners have runners at first and third now with one away and lead 5-1. And here is Michael Saunders. Saunders is 1 for 3 with that line drive home run to center field just to the right of the batter's eye. His first major league home run. I think you hit yours off of Charlie Huff, right?
Yes, in Arlington, in the old ballpark in Arlington.
In the dirt, knocking it down. Napoli, ball 1. Nothing pitch on the way, and it's low and inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Let's see if Saunders now that he's ahead in the count 2-0, get himself a fastball. Hit it hard. Mick Butcher, the pitching coach. The Angels hasn't had an easy time of it here in the first month and a half.
No. Angels coming into tonight's game, or rather this afternoon's ball game, 4 under at 14-18. But everybody's bunched up in the West.
Line drive right past Stokes into center field, base hit. Saunders. Langerhans to score. Around to third goes Josh Wilson. The throw to third cut off by Ibar. 6-1 Mariners lead. What an afternoon for Michael Saunders. His second run batted in, and that was a bullet past the Angel pitcher Brian Stokes.
This is the difference we've seen with Saunders. The adjustment he's made from last year, being much more aggressive. Hits this fastball hard back up the middle. How about the bottom of the line if the guy's getting a chance to play? And Langerhans, Wilson, and Saunders doing some damage to the Angels this afternoon.
And today, Mike, the Mariners taking advantage of the walks. 9 walks last night given up by the Angels pitchers. Only 1 walk scored. Well, this afternoon, 4 walks given up by Angels pitching, and 3 have scored. The other one is out there right now.
Coming up with big hits, the Mariners 5 for 11 with men in scoring position today.
Adam Moore takes low, ball 1.
See this young man get himself a base hit.
Yeah.
Get him going, struggling right now. See the Angels 0 for 6 with men in scoring position.
Mariners getting the clutch base hits.
Little flare into right field, and that is going to drop in. That's what he needed. It gets on by Bobby Abreu. Josh Wilson to score. Saunders to third. Adam Moore in at second base, and the Mariners add 1 more. And now leading by a score of 7-1, and holy smokes, that's got to feel mighty, mighty good for Adam Moore. An RBI single to drive in Wilson from third. That'll be a base hit, and then an error, and Bobby Abreu in right field.
Well, we talked about it. Sometimes you just need a flare to fall in somewhere. Shatters the bat of Moore, but he ends up with a base hit. Abreu coming in, trying to make the catch. Can't do it. It gets by him. Nicely done.
Broken bat single. Josh Wilson all smiles back inside the Mariners dugout. So 2 runs are in. The Mariners indeed take advantage of the 2 walks, and now the 4 walks given up by the Angels, and all of them have scored.
And the Mariners now 6 for 12 with men in scoring position.
And here is Ichiro, second and third. Fouled away. The first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Ichiro has 3 hits today. So a 7-1 Mariner lead. And they have Saunders out at third. Adam Moore is out at second base. And he picks up an RBI. Does Moore, his third RBI of the season. Infield up close for the Angels. Ground ball to Kendrick at second. He's got it. Checks the runners. Throws the first in time to get Ichiro for the second out of the inning. So 2 on and 2 outs. Say FSN's coverage of Civil War baseball continues tonight as the 15th ranked Oregon Ducks collide with the Beavers in the final matchup of their 3-game series from Corvallis. First pitch at 10 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. Right-hander Sean Kelly getting loose down in the Mariners bullpen. Here's Sean Figgins. Infield is now back with 2 outs. All 1. So if you haven't heard, congratulations to Dallas Braden of the Oakland Athletics, throwing a perfect game this afternoon down in Oakland against Tampa Bay. Out of play down the left field line, and the count is even on Figgy at 1 ball and 1 strike. Second year in a row that Tampa Bay has had a perfect game thrown against them. Mark Burley of the White Sox did it last year.
See what the guys have done so far. In-game box score for the Mariners. The bottom 4 guys in the lineup.
A lot of damage, Mike. 6 through 9.
How much damage? How about the bottom 4 guys have scored 5 of the runs, driven in 6. They have 3 walks, a couple of home runs, a triple. Wow.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
Now Figgy trying to join the party. Looking for his first base hit. 7 runs for the Mariners on 12 hits. How good is that to take a look at that number on the scoreboard with what the Mariners have gone through the last few weeks, especially the last few weeks. Lonzo Powell right there, the new hitting coach. Alan Cockrell was let go before the ball game this afternoon. 3-1 to Figgins. Well hit, but pulled foul down the right field side. A full count on Figgy, 3-2. Four in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Look at that, 7 runs on 12 base hits. And it's up high for ball 4. So Sean Figgins with a walk. And the Mariners have the bases loaded with 2 outs for Franklin Gutierrez. 3rd walk given up by Brian Stokes. Goody steps in, 1 for 3, had an RBI double in the 5th inning.
Throw a lot of pitches in this inning. Must be around 30.
Outside, ball 1. "37 pitches, Mike." Mr. Stokes, look at that. 20 pitches missing out of the strike zone. Gets that one in there. 1-1 on Gutierrez. Franklin with 1 career grand slam home run. That was a couple of years ago when he was with Cleveland against the Chicago White Sox. High and outside, ball 2, 2-1. There's that one grand slam. Saunders on at third, Adam Moore at second, Sean Figgins the runner at first base. Fouled away off the screen behind home plate, and the count evens up on Gutierrez at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mariners, Mike, doing what you were talking about early in the ball game after they got those 4 runs in the 4th inning.
Add on. Yes. Makes a world of difference. Gives guys a chance to breathe a little bit.
Gives your bullpen a rest. Check swing. It misses. Ball 3. Full count 3-2. With Lopez due up next. Rough afternoon for this kid, Brian Stokes. Runners take off, and it's up and in. Ball 4. A bases loaded walk to Franklin Gutierrez. That'll force in Michael Saunders, and the Mariners lead 8-1. And they still have the bases loaded. That's the 4th walk given up by Brian Stokes here in the bottom of the 8th, and you got a feel for this kid.
Nobody up in the Angels bullpen, so Mike Scioscia is going to leave it up to him to try to work his way out of it.
So 3 runs are in here in the 8th. 8-1 Mariners. And that'll bring up third baseman Jose Lopez. Now you take a look at Moore on at third. Figgins on at second. Gutierrez over at first base. Oh, he had a cut. Fouls it away, and the count 0-1. Jose with 2 hits today, a single and a double, 2 for 4. Sends a fly ball into straightaway center field. Reggie Willits is underneath it. He is there and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. The Mariners send 9 men to the plate, and they tack on 3 more runs, and we go to the top half of the 9th hour score. The Mariners 8 and the Angels 1. Well, we go to the top half of the 9th inning. Right-hander Sean Kelly takes over in relief, and a swing and a miss by Howie Kendrick. 8-1, Mariners leading the Angels, looking to snap the 8-game losing streak. Line drive, right field line sliced foul and out of play, and the count is 0-2 on Kendrick. Nice job by Brandon League in relief. Angels only run an unearned run in the top half of the 8th inning. Jason Vargas, the starter, was outstanding, 7 1/3. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Howie Kendrick goes down swinging. 1 out for the Angels here in the top half of the 9th inning. The Mariners 2 outs away from snapping the losing streak.
Goes at him with a good hard fastball. Sean Kelly saw his ERA right at 2. He's thrown the ball well.
Here's catcher Mike Napoli. Plenty to talk about today. The 8 runs on the 12 base hits. The pitching of Jason Vargas. Oh, one. Say congratulations to the UW ladies softball team. They beat Stanford today 1-0 in extra innings today to clinch the Pac-10 title. Way to go, ladies. Danielle Laurie with a complete game win. The UW women's softball team, the Huskies, beating Stanford 1-0. The shutout by Danielle Laurie to clinch the Pac-10 title. She is unbelievable. Ground ball down the line, fair inside the bag at third and down the left field side. This is going to go into the corner, and extra bases for Mike Napoli. Mike Saunders flags it down, gets a throw in to third baseman Jose Lopez. Napoli at second with a 1-out double.
Looks like Napoli gets a slider and hooks it inside the bag. Lopez dives for it and just can't come up with it. Saunders had a little bit of an issue over there with the wall. Would have been a double either way.
Mike, with Dallas Braden throwing a perfect game today for the Oakland A's down in Oakland against Tampa Bay. I wonder how many perfect games Danielle Laurie has pitched in her career.
Didn't she hit a home run yesterday?
She did. Walk-off home run.
I think she's pretty good.
Oh, my gosh. The best ever. Brandon Wood with a pop-up to left field. Michael Saunders is there to make the catch for the second out here at the top of the 9th inning. Mariners 1 out away from putting an end to that 8-game losing skid. And we've got a pinch hitter coming up for the Angels. I think this is Michael Ryan. So 2 outs for the Angels. Mariners 1 out away from their 12th win of the season. Michael Ryan out to pinch hit. Mariners' last win came on Wednesday, April the 28th, down in Kansas City when they beat the Royals 6-5. Outside on Ryan, ball 1. The story today, Jason Vargas, 7 1/3 innings, 1 run and unearned run. He walked 2, struck out 4 in the offense, 8 runs, 12 hits. High, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Travel day tomorrow for the Mariners as we make our way to Baltimore. What a day for that kid. Mr. Vargas outside, ball 3, 3-0. Sean Kelly trying to put a bow on this one. Pink balls all over the place today for cancer awareness here on Mother's Day. Mike Napoli on at second with 2 outs. Sean Reddy delivers, and it's a strike. 3-1. Two away, top of the 9th inning. The 3-1 to Ryan is swung on and popped up, and this will do it. Shallow left field. Saunders coming up. Michael is there. He's got it, and it's over. Mariners win it 8-1, and the 8-game losing streak is a thing of the past. The pitching of Jason Vargas, the offense, 8 runs on 12 base hits, and the Mariners come away with an 8-1 win this afternoon over the Angels.
Dinner should be pretty good with Mom tonight for the guys, Rick. They go into the off day tomorrow, traveling over to Baltimore, going on an 8-day road trip. So this is a nice win to finish things up here at home. Again, Vargas, the starting pitching on this homestand has been really good. So it's finally nice to see the guys get some offense behind them. The bottom of the order, Rick, the young guys are the ones that were the difference in the game today offensively. Good for them.
Home runs back-to-back by Josh Wilson and Michael Saunders, igniting the offense in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4 runs in the 4th, a run in the 5th, and 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners over the Angels this afternoon here on Mother's Day, a final of 8-1. Let's send it to Brad Adam. Brad?
All right, Rick, thank you very much. This one's so good that Bill and I get to reunite out here for the post-game show in center field. And the fans told us out here, Bill, it's a lot better talking about a Mariners win after the game.